the NASCAR and really the entire sports world, for that matter, is mourning the sudden and tragic loss of future Hall of Fame driver Kyle Busch. He passed away yesterday at just 41 years old.
Yeah, officials say he was rushed to the hospital with a severe illness before passing away yesterday. Now, all of this comes just days before this weekend's Coca-Cola 600 in Charlotte. Joining us now is one of Kyle's longtime friends, colleagues, competitors, NASCAR Cup Series driver, 2023 Daytona 500 champion, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Ricky, I'm so sorry for your loss. What do you want us to know about Kyle that we may not have seen from our seats out in the grandstands?
Well, I mean, I think if you watch the sport of NASCAR, you know that pretty much everything you saw is and was Kyle Busch. He did not hold anything back on or off the racetrack. He left everything out there, and so he was a fierce competitor, especially when I got into the sport and growing up through the ranks of the O'Reilly Series. We battled every single weekend, and he's the winningest driver, obviously, across all three sports, or all three divisions of our sport.
Yeah.
Two-time champion, and just an icon of our sport. And very, it's already a somber weekend with Memorial Day and everything that we do to think about our veterans that gave the ultimate sacrifice, and then add this on top of it. It's gonna be an eerie weekend at the racetrack, that's for sure.
Yeah, a really tough weekend. Ricky, I know that you two competed against each other for such a long time in NASCAR's Cup Series. When was the last time you were able to speak to Kyle? What will you remember most about him?
I just remember that, we've had our run-ins, but we had a lot of respect for each other. And, and that happens, throughout our sport. And, you race against the same, 36 guys every single weekend. And so, we had a ton of respect for each other. I just sat, talking with my wife about it, just sat with him for, 30 minutes at the airport. After Dover, we sat in our rental cars, waiting to go get on our team planes. And, just talking about all different subjects. So I'm definitely thankful for the time that we got to just sit there and chat now. I mean, you never think about, days like this. Phil, just my heart breaks for his family, Samantha, Brexton, Lennox, and, everything. He's such a dad that does everything with his family, great husband, and you just feel so bad for them. And but everything that they did, from his Bundle of Joy Fund and helping families go through the the IVF, and from financial side and from the emotional support side, they've done a lot of great things over there. And so just a true hero.
Yeah, Rick, I can only think as you guys prepare to honor, obviously, Memorial Day, but also deal with these situations. You have to get into a car and drive this weekend. So all of our best to you.
Yeah, best of luck. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., thank you for taking the time and telling us about Kyle. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, our thoughts and prayers are obviously with the Busch family, as Ricky just said, and the entire NASCAR community. We'll be right back.
Information, truth is freedom, is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.